Listen to me. All that negative energy that you put in the air, take it out right now.
Carr across the middle finds Renfro. They get out of there, and the ball comes. They got me down.
I mean, when you look at it, it's just absolutely stacked.
Back up! Back up! Waller across.
Take a seat.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Mullen.
The boy grows up.
Snap good, hold good, and victory in overtime for the Raiders.
What up? What's going on? What it do? It's your boy Dirty, live in the lair, chilling this evening, man. I'm here so I don't get fined, man. I'm just here so I don't get fined. It's the only reason I'm here tonight. I ain't even really want nothing. Just being honest. I just felt like doing some shit, talking about some shit. Man, where do we begin? Where do we start? Where do we start? Baker Mayfield got traded. We just weeks away from training camp. We're right around the corner from seeing some preseason football. Just a few short weeks, man. Just a few short weeks, and we will see some preseason football. And then just a few weeks after that, we kick off. We make that run. And I believe it's going to be a wonderful season. Now, if it ends in a Super Bowl, good, great, wonderful, fabulous. If it ends in anything less than the playoffs, I'm upset. I think we'll all be heartbroken. I think the Raiders franchise, the front office, everybody would just be heartbroken, anything less than the playoffs. But I'm getting excited, man. It feels like December just rolled around and Christmas is right around the corner, man. Like, I'm happy. Omar, my brother, what's good with you, man? Salute to you, man. It just feels like Christmas. You know what I mean? Carlos, my dude, what's good? Hope all is well. Yeah, it feels like Christmas, right? Like you got training camp right around the corner, right? So a lot of news going to be breaking out. You know what I mean? This is when we start making the cuts. You know what I mean? This is when people start going hard at camp, battling and fighting for a position. So I'm like real anxious to see that. You know what I mean? Sean, what's good with you? Baby Doll Studio, salute to you. What's good? Hope all is well with y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. NorCal Jesse, my guy, salute to you, bruh. Hope you had a wonderful day, man. Hope it was blessed. Yeah, so you got with training camp right around the corner, you got 90-something guys in there right now, right? And you can only keep 53 on the active, right? But you can definitely add you some practice squad players, man. Hey Sean, most definitely, man. I will speak on that tomorrow when we announce the new team president. If it's who I think it is, if it's the dude from MGM, that'll be another thing I was right about. Because I said I call if it's him, I called that. I called that one a couple of months ago. You know what I mean? I think if that's who gets the job, I called that one. You know what I mean? We don't know who it is yet, but if it's old boy from the MGM, I called that one, brother. I called that one. So I forget his name off the top of my head right now. Nah, it won't be Tim Brown. It won't be Tim Brown. I guarantee you it won't be Tim Brown. Shit, if it's Charles Woodson, that'd be hilarious. That'd be phenomenal. Wouldn't be funny, it'd be phenomenal. You know what I mean? But in a funny way. Anthony Estrada, what's good with you, man? Salute to you, my dude. But with this roster getting ready to be shortened up, as I said, you got players that's coming in here that's getting ready to battle, man. You know what I mean? Like, people are getting ready to give it they all. They about to go all out, right? So with it getting to be so close, right? Let's do 10 guaranteed spots outside of what we already know to be a guaranteed spot. We know Max is guaranteed, Chandler is guaranteed, Devontae. We know all of that, right? We know all of that. We know who's the solidified, the Wallers and all of that. We got all of that, right? But let's do 5 solidified players on the offensive side of the ball that you believe is guaranteed to make the team, and then 5 on the defense. And we're talking about newly added guys that are not superstars. All right. So on the offensive side, we're talking 5 players that we may have signed that we believe will make signed or drafted or whatever, guaranteed to be on the 53-man roster, right? Like I said, we're not talking Waller, we're not talking Adams, we're not talking Hunter, we're not talking about DC. We talking about guys that we just picked up, or be it free agency, be it in the draft, be it in the undrafted free agent. Who we know Phylon is one. You know what I mean? We know he's guaranteed to make the 53. Right? What about some of these other offensive linemen? Demarcus Robinson. Okay, Carlos, I feel that, because I think Demarcus Robinson is guaranteed a spot too. I also believe that Demarcus Robinson is guaranteed. So we put Demarcus Robinson on the list. Dylan Parham. Sorry. Dylan Parham. Demarcus Robinson. Sean says Zamir White, Dylan Parham, Brandon Bolden, Jacob Johnson, and Keelan Cole. Okay. I like that, Sean. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest backstage right about now. He's no stranger to the channel. Terrence, what's good with your family? Hope all is well. Good brother. Doesn't have his own channel, but has very good knowledge and is a very cool guy to have on screen. And I just appreciate him being around. Ladies and gentlemen, our boy, Mr. Raider Kojo. What's up, Cole?
What's up, Dirty? Thank you for that intro, bro.
Most definitely, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I had to reset up everything. I didn't expect to have to set up everything when I broke it all down.
Yeah, I feel you. Chuck, my dude, what's good with you, man? Chuck the Jedi in the building. What's good, family? Hope all is well, man.
Wow, that's a cool name.
Yeah. Sean says Mitch was saying rumor Simpson start over Parham, but I don't believe that. Yeah, it's a rumor. You know what I mean? It's just a rumor. And honestly, we don't even really know. You know what I mean? It's gonna take training camp to find out. I believe it's gonna take training camp to find out, man. I don't think we know anything in the first week. Well, I think we know something by the end of the first week. You know what I mean? We're gonna see who really put in the work in these last couple of weeks of being off. You know what I mean? Like, who really put in the work to get better? Because they left camp. You know what I mean? And then when you come back, they expect you to be better. So,
yeah, I just heard like 7 different rumors in the last 3 days of who's starting, who's not gonna play. Like there, I heard Sanjay talking about, well, Parham might not play at all. I'm like, hold on, calm down. Just because he didn't practice at those positions doesn't mean he's not gonna play. But he's like, yeah, it looks like he's not gonna play start. And I'm like, he's a rookie. Rookies don't usually start.
He'll start at some point in time this year.
He'll start at some point, but I'm just saying, if he doesn't start in September, it's not like, okay, we're going to go to DEFCON 5 because Dylan Parham's not starting and our regime is getting off to a bad start.
If he doesn't start, it's not like we took him in the first round.
Took him in the third. He fell to us.
Yeah. Hey, we don't know, Omar. We have no clue. We got to wait to see what takes place in training camp. Training camp is going to tell you everything. You know what I mean? We need them pads. You know what I mean? We need to hear that thump, 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 thump. We need to get that work. We need to get that fight, get that grit. We need to see. We need to see. So once we see, then we can speak. But I'm just doing a guesstimate right now on what 5 I think is going to actually make the 53. That's not already guaranteed a spot that we already know. KJ Hendricks, what's good, bruh? Hope all is well, man. Hope you had a wonderful, blessed day. Welcome, and welcome again.
You mind sharing that again? I haven't heard your the 5 that are going to make it that are on the bubble.
So we were still trying to go over it. Sean gave us his, right?
Oh, okay.
But so Sean thinks Zamir White, Bolden, some other people make the team. So far, I got Demarcus Robinson making the team. I had Demarcus Robinson. I had somebody else too on the offensive side of the ball. I forget who it was. I have to scroll back up.
I mean, do you have a Keon Cole, or is he making your roster for sure?
So we were having a chat about it. So let's see. Sean's got Zamir White, Dylan Parham, Brandon Bolden, Jacob Johnson.
Who?
Jacob Johnson, but it's
Jacob Johnson. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually Jacob Johnson. The J is silent.
Oh wow, silent. Okay.
Jacob Johnson and Keelan Cole. That's who he has. I had Parham definitely making it. And I had Demarcus Robinson. That's as far as my list got so far. But yeah, I can definitely add Zamir White to that. Keelan Cole could be a possibility, but I don't really know if I put him on the list of possible 5s, because I think he might be a solidified guaranteed spot. That's kind of why I really don't want to put him on my list, because I have a feeling that he might already be a solidified spot on the roster. But I feel like there's some other people that are kind of slightly on the bubble, but they should make it no problem. You know what I mean? They should make it no problem. But
I mean, I got 2 names for you that if it came down to it, which one would make it? So DeMarcus Robinson, actually no, because they paid him. Keelan Cole and Tyron Johnson. Like, let's say it was down to those two, who makes it? I mean, one's a speedster, the other one is a speedster with possession ability.
What's the two names?
Keelan Cole and Tyron Johnson.
I'd rather have Keelan Cole. I honestly don't think Tyron Johnson's making the roster.
Yeah.
I think that
to me, he's just a speedster.
Yeah, I think that kid from Ball State offers a little bit more. I think he takes Johnson's spot on the roster. But that's just me.
I got you. Because, yeah, Tyron Johnson is just I haven't really seen anything from him, but he's just a speedster. So.
Hey, Chuck, we're talking about 5. We're trying to figure out really, because I can't even really put Parham's name on there. Because I'm really just talking about 5 guys that are slightly on the bubble, offensive side of the ball, but should make the roster, no problem.
But here's who's on the bubble that is having me worried, because I've heard it from like 4 or 5 different Raider YouTubers. Denzel Good talking about he might get cut.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, it is, because of that injury. It's that lower extremity. You know, when you're over 300 pounds and you got that lower extremity, it's just so hard to come back and actually play through that or stay healthy again.
Yeah, no. Hey, Omar, Cole can return kicks, but I think that with this front office, this coaching staff, I don't think they want players that are doing everything. I think they want specific role players. Like, you want your kick return man to be the best kick return man on the roster, but you also want him to be like the 5th string wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to use him if you need him, but you don't really want to have to use him. You know what I mean? Like, you want your return guy to be a return guy, really. In today's NFL, with the way that it's going, you want your return guy to really just to be your return guy. You know, so I think that the return man is like the 5th string wide receiver.
You're probably going to think this is funny, but I'm going to use a Madden analogy here. So for like my kick return and punt return, I have because I'm playing Madden 06, so I'm a little sorry, but I'm a little old in the game. I don't have an upgraded system, but anyway,
man, I gotta come to your house to play you.
Oh my God. Hey, my wife gives me enough shit about my gaming system, but I'm like, I don't play enough to spend, $500.
Yes.
I got PS2. But anyway, so my kick returner is
hold on. We need to start a GoFundMe for you to get a video game.
God, come on. It is not that serious, man. I'm serious. I don't play enough. I mean, would you justify paying $400, $500 for a game system that you're only going to play like 3-4 times a month?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
3-4 times a month, yes. Well, 3-4 times a month, yeah.
I mean, I told my wife I'm going to eventually get a system. It's just, when I'm ready.
Anybody got an old PS3 that they don't want anymore?
This guy.
What
I was gonna say is,
let's just get them one generation up.
Just my kick returner and punt returner, I don't care. Like, if they get hurt, I'll just replace them.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Like,
that was the point I was gonna make. Yeah, I don't care if they get hurt.
Man, you should have never told us what year Madden you was playing, bro.
It's all good. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It some people I don't know, but it doesn't bother me.
He got a Sega Station cast.
No, I ain't that. I'm not playing that old stuff. But anyway,
Hey man, I love my Dreamcast, man.
I miss Dreamcast. I played it for it was a couple of years that it was hot.
I used to kill on 2K on that biz. I used to kill.
2K was fun back then. Yeah.
Man. Oh yeah, Dreamcast, man. Neo Geo, TurboGrafx 16, Sega Genesis, Sega. Shit, Coleco, Vision, had it all, man.
But you know, unlike the regime that we have now, I got a bunch of good players on my team, and I have a high salary cap. Like, I still have like 40 million in cap, and I'm tearing everybody up.
Hey, so Chuck has Denzel Good, Kenyon Drake, and Johnson as his bubble guys. Atari
Sounds
64.
right.
Atari 64. I remember when that came out.
Damn.
The Commodore 64.
Yeah, that was in the 90s.
Yeah. Remember when it was just the one little joystick in the button? You know what I mean? It was just the one little joystick in the button. And yeah, man, I remember that. You used to have the box, you would have to either push to the right and hit the button or the left, push the button for the hand to come up, and it only did one motion. There was no hooks, there was no uppercuts, nothing. It was just
Now, when I first came to America, I played the Atari 1200. So yeah, it was just a joystick. Yep, with the little red button.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're playing shooting games, you can shoot something.
Man. Yep, exactly. Space Invaders.
Mm-hmm. Space Invaders and Star Wars is what was hot back in 85.
Shit, man. Growing up, man, my games was like Excite Bike. Love me some Excite Bike. Paperboy. RC Pro.
Yeah.
RC Pro Am.
RC Pro Am.
RC Pro Am.
And then when Sega came out, it was all about it was a racing game. It was like a red Ferrari.
Oh,
I forgot the name.
Outrun.
There you go.
Outrun. Yeah.
I could play that. Like as soon as I came home from school, I'm like, man, fuck homework. I'll do homework like after 5 o'clock. I'm gonna play some video games right now.
Man, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Contra. You spent hours on Contra.
It took me, I think, about a year or two to beat Mike Tyson. Like that was my goal. I'm like, I'm beating this motherfucker. I had to figure out the speed, like the movement and his counter punches. And once I figured that shit out, I was like, I don't want to just win by TKO. I mean, by points. I want to fucking knock this fool out. And that's what I end up doing.
Man, Tecmo Bowl, Super Tecmo Bowl, Donkey Kong,
Tecmo
Side
Bowl,
Pocket.
Super Tecmo Bowl.
I love, man, we used to fight over some Side Pocket at my house, man. My cousin's house, we used to go over there, man. We used to fight over some Side Pocket.
Now, I know being Raider fans, we use Bo Jackson in Raiders, but what else? Did you use any other teams that couldn't be stopped?
Fuck no. I never played with other teams, man.
Wow.
I never played with other teams on none of those games. I play with none of those. Man, fuck that. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I remember that. Hey, look, GoldenEye is probably hands down the greatest game ever on Nintendo's what was that? The Nintendo 64?
Yeah, Nintendo 64.
Yeah, the Nintendo 64. Yeah, GoldenEye was probably the greatest game ever on that.
Wow.
Zelda. I couldn't play Zelda though, man. I've never been into to that type of like wizardry and stuff like that. Like it never really grabbed me. You know what I mean? Hey, Blitz Midway, NBA Jams, man. Everybody played. Man, we used to get down on some NBA Jams, man. Used to get down on some NBA Jams. Niggas would have tournaments on that shit all day long. We had tournaments on that shit, man. But
what about Metal Gear?
I played Metal Gear.
Yeah. That was another one I was obsessed with finishing.
Michael, what's good, Michael? How you doing, Michael?
Michael.
Michael. Nah, man. But look, that's when Nintendo. I won't lie, Nintendo 64, Sega, all of those, they put arcades out of business. They put arcades out of business, man. I remember used to go to Time Out. You know what I mean? It was an arcade franchise called Time Out back in the day. Man, I used to go in there with like $20 and be in there for like hours just man, because it was only drop a quarter in, you play. You know what I mean? So you spend $1 and play a whole game of NBA Jams. You know what I mean? And then, back then, the NBA Jams, there was 4 controllers on it. Remember when they had the 4 controllers on the?
Yeah, you had 4 around the pen.
Yep. Teammate, yeah. So you would get with your homie, and you know what I mean. Like y'all would just and take on other people, and just boom, 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 boom. If you think like you would win, right? And the next team that you play, they got to pay for your game and their game. You know what I mean? If you think you can beat the champs, you got to pay to play. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
that was. I remember that back in the day.
Yeah, for me it was Ninja Turtles and Double Dragon. Those were like, everybody would have lines, waiting to play them games.
Yeah. And NBA Live was official. You know what I mean? But 2K took over. 2K, look, because I remember 2K did football and they did basketball. EA Sports did football and basketball and everything else. But it was hard to beat Madden, though. You know what I mean? All these companies tried to do these football games, but it was hard to beat Madden, man. Like you was not outselling Madden. I remember NBA, I remember NFL Blitz. I remember that. I remember 989 Sports Game Day. You know what I mean? I used to play everybody used to play Game Day, man. Everybody used to play Game Day. But the graphics just wasn't up to par. And then Game Day used to glitch a lot. And it was super easy. It was super easy to win on Game Day, especially like defense. Defense used to get interceptions like it was nothing. It was a glitch too. You see the wide receiver catch the ball behind him, but then you see the linebacker running away with the ball. And it's like, huh? So yeah, but so then it just became where EA Sports they focused on football, you know what I mean? And 2K ended up just focusing on basketball. And 2K just brought a better product, you know what I mean? Hey, Chuck, I'm telling you, man, their graphics was trash, bro. They could not hang with Madden. Game Day's graphics could not hang with Madden, and it killed them. But the game was fun. Game Day was fun, but yeah, Madden just killed them, bro. And the years that Game Day had success is, remember that Madden took away the ability to play somebody on the same system for like 2 years. So it was like a one-player game. You couldn't play somebody else. You know what I mean? So I think it was like a year, maybe 2, where you couldn't play anybody else on the same system. They had to be on a different system. You know what I mean? So yeah, they took that away, and then they brought that shit back. But those were the 2 years that Game Day was like thriving. And yeah, but
that was fun on Madden when you can play 2 players on the same team. Like I used to play with my cousin. Like he would be an offensive lineman or something, and I'd be like the quarterback, and then I switch to the receiver, and I'm like, hey, I know that dude's gonna have my back. Like I don't have to worry about that blitz,
man,
because it's gonna get picked up.
Bro, I used to love the old school games, man. I used to love those. I tried to play some of them nowadays, and it's like I feel so spoiled with the graphics we have now. And I'm like, man, you know, I sit there and I'll be like, man, as a kid, man, this shit was dope. Like this was fire. And I'm like, now that I see where video games have come to, like, it's like, nah.
What was the football game they had on Dreamcast though? It was supposed to like Peyton Manning used to make the commercials for it.
Huh?
Damn, I forgot the name because I only played it. It's been so damn long since I played that game.
Which game?
It was on Dreamcast, but it was like supposed to be a realistic NFL game, and Peyton Manning used to do the commercials for it.
Oh, wasn't that NFL Quarterback Club?
Probably, yeah. Like I said, it's been so damn long. Because I remember when the Dreamcast was brand new, I was in Tokyo. And then when I came to America, you know, in Japan, that damn thing was like $350. I come back to America, I was like, whoa, what happened to this damn system? It's only $50. Like,
Chuck says that was on Xbox.
Oh, Xbox. I'm sorry, Xbox, not Dreamcast.
Yeah. Was that Quarterback Fever?
That's what it was. NFL Quarterback Fever. And it was at the time, it was supposed to be the most realistic football game there is.
That game sucked.
But yeah, it had flaws, just like Madden has flaws. It's like,
yeah, but that game was hard to play, man.
It was hard to play. It was very hard to play.
Hard to play, man. Like it got to a point where it wasn't even fun. You know what I mean? It was just like, yeah,
it was work.
Yeah, like I don't want to play this. I don't have any dreams or aspirations of being an NFL quarterback, nigga. So this shit ain't gonna work for me. Let's play some Madden. Let's play some real football. Because that's back when John was still on the game. Look, I'm not gonna say I hate, but man, it's not the same listening to Chris Collinsworth, bro.
Nah, it's not.
That's why I'm so anticipating the new Madden coming up, because Madden is supposed to be back. You know what I mean? Madden's supposed to be back. So I hope so. Give me 1 year of Madden being back, calling the games, man. That would be so amazing. But Chris Collinsworth he just gets on my nerves on that game, bro. Like, it's so damn irritating, bro. It's just so damn irritating, man. It's just it make you not even want to have an announcer. You know, it just look. I used to love to play hockey, FIFA. Oh man, we used to have some FIFA tournaments, hockey tournaments, baseball tournaments. You know what I mean? The show. Oh man, me and my boys used to sit up for hours, bro. Put 10 on the game. You know what I mean? Put $10 up on the game. Or we do a tournament. You know what I mean? 2-game elimination tournament. Especially on Madden, 2-minute quarters. You know what I mean? $10 to get in the tournament. It'd be 8 players. You know what I mean? Double game elimination. You know, 2-minute quarters. Winner take all. You know what I mean?
We did that in the Navy.
We used to do it with basketball, hockey, FIFA, golf. We used to do that shit with Tiger Woods. Yeah, because we used to play the Tiger Woods, you know what I mean? Back in the day where you could put 4 people in the same tournament. I mean, even till now, we still play the McElroy every now and then. I play the McElroy all the time. You know, but man, I play sports games. I play a lot of sports games, a lot of racing games. Not really a big first player action shooter up bang bang game. That's not really my thing. I like sports. You know, I mean, it's easier for me. You know, but miss those. But now, like I said, nowadays systems, they crazy, man. I got the new Xbox in the house, man. That shit is phenomenal. That shit is phenomenal. Crazy. Especially the F1 racing that I'm playing right now. That shit looks crazy, man. That shit look. It feel like you there. If I had the little chair that swiveled and everything, man, I feel like I'm on the track.
I remember I used to play this racing game where you end up like at some point the cops are gonna be behind you, and then you can get pulled over, or if your car's fast enough, then you don't get pulled over. But yeah, I always like using the Porsche. I seem to have the most control with that car.
Shit, if there's a Mustang available in the game, that's my choice. That's what I'm driving.
I think, what was it called? Oh, Need for Speed. Yeah, it was all the Need for Speed, and then 2 and 3.
I have every single one of them. There's like 20 of them now. I have them all. I have all of them.
But I missed what I miss about Madden is remember how I used to play the classic teams like the 76 Raiders, 83 Raiders, or 80 Raiders. They don't do that shit no more.
Man, I don't think they. When's the last? Well, I think.
It was in the 90s as far as I can remember.
99 might have been the last year.
Yeah, Madden 98, 99. It was the last time they did that. Then they got rid of that. Because I remember I used to play with Deion Sanders. I think it was like the 94 Niners. And you try to pass on me, I'm intercepting everything.
I remember those days, man. Because I would play with the Raiders and get the shit knocked out of me, bro, because the offense was just so bad. The offense was just so bad. I used to force trades for a good quarterback just so I could play with I remember one day, bro, the team was so bad. Like the night before, I just went and traded everybody out, bro. Like I went and traded everybody out. And that's back when you could edit names. Remember when you could edit the name of a player?
Mm-hmm.
So I would go and trade one day, bro. I went and traded everybody out, bro. I traded everybody out. Got the superstar players, bro, and edit their names. Just change their names, right? So I changed it to names that was players already on the team, bro. And I went to whooping ass all day. Motherfuckers was like, nah, man, hold on, wait a minute, bro. Like, wait. Yeah, they paused the game, went check my roster, bro. I swapped out everybody, bro. My team was like a 96 overall. Like, that's like, nah, nigga, you cheating. There's no way in the world these niggas ain't got this good. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't get good in real life. I was like, yeah, man. All right, fine. I got tired of losing, bro. I got tired of losing because we was getting mollywopped, bro. Our quarterback was trash. Damn. Marcus Russell was the quarterback. Like,
oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, those men, yeah.
Yeah, we was getting boo-bap, bro. It was terrible. You know what I mean? He couldn't throw a pass to say, yeah, that was so I cheated one day.
But you know what I do? I don't, you know how you can cheat and make everybody 99? So what I do is like when I create certain players, I'll go through the rosters and I'll look at somebody and I'm like, okay, this dude's speed is 94. This dude's speed 95. And I'll look at all their attributes. I'll write them all down. And then I create the player based like that. And that way, when you do sign them, you're not paying them hella money, guaranteed. Because if you sign a 99 player, they're going to want hella money guaranteed and fucks up your cap. So I'm like, no, I'm going to fucking create a player just like a regular player in the NFL, everything. And then I sign them and then I'm only paying them a little bit.
Yeah, no, we did the created player thing. We did the created player thing where you created your own player. Because back then you could save, you know what I mean?
Right.
And create your own player. You know what I mean? And then what we also did was after that day, we did a fantasy draft. So you can go, you know what I mean? We literally you would be able to rebuild your team, but we would go in order. So you can't go and pick 4 players and add them to your squad, you know what I mean? So we go down the line, you know, and just do that fantasy draft thing where you go, because you could force trades back then. You know what I mean? Before you could, you know, really draft, you could force trades. So we called it the fantasy draft. You know what I mean? To where you can build your team, and then we play like that. So
yeah, but most of my players are regular players. You know, I know the computer cheats, but I'm like, I'm not going to cheat. I'm just going to have some, you know, I create some players that I think I need, and the rest of the players are going to be regular players. And then we play, you know, I usually try to play like all pro or all Madden.
Yeah.
That way it's kind of a level playing field, but I know that computer be cheating its ass off.
Yeah, we would just give everybody a 99 team because it was 8 of us. You know what I mean? It was 8 of us. We all played with different squads. You know what I mean? So you would just build your team, and then that way, you know what I mean? If you 99 versus 99, man, you can't blame the computer for losing it. We talking like $20 a game. You know what I mean? So we just said, fuck it, let's make all the teams even. Everybody get a chance to just pull whatever team it is they want. You know what I mean? That's the team you get. You know what I mean? The players, and it's just everybody 99, and then just we play like that. And then we know it's just based on if you can play or not. You know? So for us, it worked out that way. You know what I mean? It actually less fights. There was less fights. Truthfully, because you couldn't blame it on anything else but yourself.
Yep. Now, like in the Navy, when we played Madden 98, so you couldn't create anybody. You know, you just play with whatever roster you're going to play with. But all you could do, you were allowed to substitute. Like if your best player was on defense, you know, he's the fastest, you can put him on offense. So that's how we would do it. But yep, everything else was just level field. It's all about who can beat who, straight up, no bullshit.
Yeah,
we would also do the 21-point rule. You know, if it's 21 to nothing and you haven't scored 3 times, game's over. Because if there's fucking 10 people in the room or 20 people in the room waiting to play, yep, that game was quick.
You'll get the ball. I score 21. I kick you the ball. You got 3
opportunities.
You got this one drive. That's it. You got this one drive. If you don't score on this drive, that's it. So you know what I mean. You better score. And field goals don't count. That's still 21.
Exactly. No, you need a touchdown.
You gotta put a touchdown. Now, if you get 3 before I score 21, that's a different story. That's a different story.
Exactly how we played it.
Yeah, it's a different. If I start off 3-0 and then you score 21 points, well, that's not 21 skunk. You know what I mean? But if I score 21 unanswered and you have nothing,
and you ain't scored nothing on 3 possessions. That's it.
That's it.
Just like I remember, I played. I don't remember what the hell it was called because there was so many damn baseball games. But anyway, I was up like 11-0 in the first inning on this dude. We were in the chaplain's office. The chaplain said, "You know what? This game's over, bro." He said, "Next." He said, "But what do you mean?" He said, "I get a chance." And I'm like, "No, bro, you're down 11-0 in the first inning. It's done. You're not gonna score 11 runs."
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah,
it was 10 runs for us. 10 runs was it. If you down 10 runs, that's game.
Like it's done, bro.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and beat you down 22-0.
It was funny. It was just some people, they would just play for fun because they had no skill at all, but they just wanted to play. But it's like, yeah, when you're down that much, like, okay, let the next person play.
Hey, look, for us, when we played baseball, you had to throw a good pitch. If you threw a shitty pitch and it was, you know, we knew for a fact it was a shitty pitch, that cost you a quarter automatic.
Oh, wow.
No shit pitch. That's how we played. No shitty pitches, bro. Now, a good changeup, good slider, Okay, cool. Good curve, not a problem. But you know them pitches that be all off over here, the wild pitch, and yeah, man, that shit wasn't. You hit a batter, 50 Cent.
Damn.
I mean, if you hit a batter at the plate, that's 50 Cent. Yeah, we played straight up pitch.
I get.
You know what I mean? Pitch. You could throw balls. That's not a problem. Just don't throw no janky pitches. Don't throw that shit in the dirt and then it bounce up. Like, nah, we ain't having that, bro. That shit bounced before the plate, bro. That's a quarter. That's a shit pitch, bro.
So, damn, you weren't messing around yesterday when you said it's different growing up in LA.
Yeah, man, it's different, bro. It's different. And it's not to shit on anybody else, man. I never will shit on another city. Like I said, you know, I had an issue with Stockton, but no, not Stockton, Sacramento.
I know. I heard the little rant a while back.
And that's only because I'm like, how the fuck is that the state capital? That's all I really
I don't agree with that either. I've never understood that. I've always asked people, like, why is the city the fucking capital when nobody, half the fucking America doesn't even know what Sacramento is?
That's my only. I'm not shitting on the people of Sac. That was my only question: is how the fuck did Sacramento, of all places, become the state capital? Nobody really knows where it is. Like nobody.
Bro,
really
if you look at a lot of states, you know, that are the capital city, you know, like New York, why is not the largest city in America the capital? Albany, like.
I know.
If you don't fucking pay attention in school, you don't know what the fuck Albany is.
But that's my question for every state. Why the fuck do you have these cities that nobody knows?
No,
state capitals. Nobody knows these places.
Bro, we moved from the Midwest. I was in a little city in Illinois that I never heard of, and we moved to another little city that I never heard of. I'm like, why are we moving to Sacramento and not Los Angeles or San Diego? I never understood that either. But, you know, being a little kid, I got to go where my parents wanted to fucking go. But I'm like, I want to go to LA. I don't want to go. What the fuck is Sacramento? That's what I said, dude. I said, what the fuck is Sacramento? And they're like, well, you got to watch your mouth. First of all, and second of all, it's Sacramento is the capital. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, when you're 9, you don't fucking understand, or 8.
That's my only question is how does Sacramento? How it's not. I ain't even shitting on the city. I just want to know how they chose Sac. How did California choose Sacramento as its state capital? That's all I want to know.
It's never the largest city.
Huh?
It's never the largest city.
I know, but still. How did they choose there?
I don't know.
They could have.
That is a good question.
Small, Modesto small, Fresno small. LA was small at one point. Everybody when they chose a state capital, man, almost every city didn't even exist at the time. You know, probably really wasn't that many cities here. You know, that's what I'm thinking. So,
well, I guess with California, it was a weird situation because, you know, remember Mexico kind of like controlled, or Spain, I guess, because they had a lot of people from Europe. They controlled California, so that was a little weird.
Southern portion of California. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So that's even weirder. I don't know how they chose Sacramento.
But the North was taken from them. Right. They owned all of California. That's why you still have a San Jose, a San Francisco. You know what I mean? Like those were all Latin places. You know, but the North was taken. So.
But have you ever heard of them trying to separate California, you know, Southern California and Northern California? Like they're trying to separate it like at Fresno or Merced, some fucking place over there. They're trying to separate the shit. And they were actually like trying to get the shit on the ballot. And I'm like, are y'all really serious? Like
North California and South California?
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, that
supposed
is
to
like
break up, man,
stupidity,
like-
bro.
Yeah, it's supposed to break up like around Stockton area or some shit like that. North
Yeah,
Carolina.
somewhere in Central California is supposed to
Yeah.
break up. I'm like, this has got to be a joke.
Yeah, North California, South California, that don't even make no sense.
Like, what?
That don't even make no sense. But if Southern California gets to keep the money it makes and generates, and it gets to give it back to all of us Southern Californians, fuck it, do it. I don't want to share my money. If the cost of living is gonna go down for living in Southern California, I'll do it. Split them up.
Yeah,
Split 'em
Southern
up.
California should not be punished for, high prices and fucked up traffic and all that bullshit.
Bro,
Never understood that.
I pay high ass taxes, bro. But the North gets the tax breaks.
I know. I just looked at I don't remember how long ago it was. I looked at the gas prices for like the entire state, and was it LA? It was either LA or San Francisco. They were paying $7 a gallon. I'm like, what the
Yep.
fuck?
That's where we at. About seven.
7 something. I'm like, wait a minute. Just because they're 400 miles down, why are they paying $1 more a gallon? This just shit that you just don't understand.
Right, we got the refineries right here.
Exactly. Another thing I've never understood about the state of California, I've been living here 36 years. How come you haven't found a way to get water from the ocean and get it into the fucking reservoirs? Why are we always having a water shortage, droughts, shit like that? I'm like, you telling me the 5th largest economy in the world can't figure out a way to draw water from the ocean, filter it, or do whatever you need to do to it, and get the damn water throughout the state?
They would, but there's too much drilling on the offshores for them to do that. I mean, you can see the oil rigs when you go to the beach now here in Southern California. You can see the oil rigs. You can see them. They're in plain sight. It's like, how do you stop the, you know what I mean? How do you do that? So, look, I don't get in none of the water here in Southern California anymore at these beaches because I remember what it used to look like. And I see what it looks like now. It ain't the same. It used to be able to have, our water used to be clear. Our water used to be clear here in Southern California. It ain't clear anymore. That's a lot of whale shit, shark shit, dolphin shit, bird shit, birds that get eaten. Like, man, that's oil. The sewer shit that wash out from the streets. All that shit go to the beach. All that shit, it ain't the same because all the shit that wash down into the basins, all that shit lead out to the ocean.
Yep.
That's why you see motherfuckers down there picking up the shopping carts and shit because that shit will clog the fucking way. So I don't fuck with the ocean water anymore out here. I gotta go to the islands where I can see the bottom, like 20 feet down, I can see straight down. Like, hey, that looks nice down there. I ain't getting in it, but it looked nice. I can't swim, so. But no, man.
Yeah, it's messed up, man.
I just came on tonight, man, so I don't get fined. I ain't even really want to talk about nothing. I ain't even want to do nothing, really. I just came on to shoot the breeze, shoot the shit, have some conversation. I had no idea it was going to be about video games. In fact, I want to go play some video games now, man. I'm gonna play some video games now. But no,
And that brother we talked to earlier, Spencer, I don't know why, but I want to fucking meet him like face to face.
who, Terrence?
Terrence.
Terrence. On Stu's channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel he got the he didn't get the right deal when he came in the NBA. I mean, he made it. That's awesome. He made it to the NBA.
Yeah,
But I don't know what the fuck the coach was thinking of the Hornets.
I don't know. A lot of things play in a lot of people's destiny, man.
Right.
A lot of things play into a lot of people's destiny, man. And who are we to argue with destiny? Huh? I mean, who are we to argue? Life is going to take its course one way or another. You can only prolong the inevitable. I mean, but like he said, he had the ability to have a nice career overseas. He got to see some different things, travel. You know what I mean? So, hey, more power to him. He got to come back and teach. You know what I mean? And give advice.
That's awesome.
And steer people in the right direction. Can't argue with that, man. Sometimes we got to climb up to get knocked down just to climb back up. You know what I mean? Next time you may reach the top. Who's to say we don't know he hasn't felt like he's reached the top of his life? Maybe he's happy.
Sometimes you gotta let somebody fall down and feel that pain that you was talking about.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That too. Which is, you know, life. That's reality.
For sure.
No, most definitely appreciate you pulling up this evening, brother. I appreciate the chat for being here as well. You know, 50 billion things on YouTube. The fact that you allow me in your crib, your phone, your car, whatever you choose to watch me on. The fact that you allow me to grace that screen is greatly appreciated. Love you. I appreciate y'all. And I will be back tomorrow with an actual real topic. But tonight, I ain't even want shit. I ain't want shit at all. I just came so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's all.
For sure, Beast Mode. Get your Skittles.
Keep my name relevant. I mean, hey, look, it was really hard to think of something to talk about tonight after the show I had last night. You know what I mean? After the show I had last night, it was real hard to really just come on tonight and just like have a whole just something different type of conversation. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just be here so I don't get fined.
Hey, that show last night was so powerful. I watched it twice. So
I appreciate you.
Because yeah, that hit home. I was like, yeah. That question was like, wow. I mean, like it carried through the night.
It was a for real question, man. I wasn't trying
for
to
real.
Controversy,
no, there's
like
no controversy. I mean, everybody stated their opinion.
Yep, exactly. Felt like everybody had the right to have a voice on this, and I wanted to see what the voice was gonna be, man. That's all. You know, I wasn't trying to start no shit. Yeah, I am pulling a Marshawn Lynch tonight, man, because I'm not giving you a full 2 hours. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's all. But no, I just wanted to come have a lighthearted conversation tonight, and I'll definitely be back tomorrow with some more different news. I definitely want to talk about Baker Mayfield getting his trade request. You know what I mean? Headed over to the Carolina Panthers. What does that mean for the Browns? You know what I mean? Do they have some information about the Deshaun Watson case? You know what I mean? Do they feel like it's not going to be a suspension? Because you're trading away Baker Mayfield. What's your other answer? You know what I mean?
Jacoby Brissett is the answer right now.
Hey, look. Jacoby Brissett has done some things, man. He's done some damage in the NFL. Let's
Hey,
not
he's
act
good
like-
enough to be the backup right now because they don't have no other answers.
what I'm saying is, let's not act like he hasn't done something in the NFL. You know, so you know, if they feel that's the direction they want to go, because they knew Baker wasn't coming. There's no way. Hey, look, there's no way in the world. And look, I don't even side with Baker on nothing like that or nothing. But as a man, no way in the world you can tell me that you brought somebody else in to do my job and pay them more, but they ain't here. You still gonna pay them, but you want me to do the job now? I ain't doing it. Nigga, I ain't doing it. You must be out your mind. I ain't doing that shit. Let me go. Fire me. Fire me.
I feel you. There's no way he would have played another down for the Browns.
There's no way in the world he would have never put on another uniform, played another down, nothing, bro. Not happening. Not happening. Like Shannon Sharp said, you looking for who? Oh yeah, man. He must have changed his number, man. A lot of people calling looking for him. This ain't him. I ain't answering shit.
I'm gonna miss those insurance commercials. Oh, those are funny.
He'll do them in Carolina. No problem. Carolina be, yeah, come on, get ahead. Go ahead, do what you need to do. But we'll see, man. We'll definitely see. But like I said, greatly appreciate everybody being here, man. And as I always say, Raider Nation, no matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Yo, Raider Nation, YouTube, go get your motherfucking sunshine, man. We out.
Throws end zone.